brought my tripod, noticed that the wombles have been round here, good on them, tidying up the countryside and everything else, and I thought I'd come up, do a time lapse of it, get some photos of it and record myself whilst doing it. Now this isn't the direction obviously that the sun's going to be going down in, it's that way. And what a location I have got set up for this. Come and take a look at this. Now you probably recognise where I am. That just there is where the fire was a couple of days ago when I did that video, because of all the fires that have been going on. And this, as you can see, I can't look directly at it, but that is where the sun is. And we've got this patch of concrete here. And I want to get a photo of the sun eclipsing, if you want to call it that, if that's even a word, with all that scenery in it. And for me, that is the perfect view. I'm just hoping this microphone is actually working. So I'm going to have to test it in a minute. But yeah, this is the place where I'm going to be taking photos and stuff of the sun whilst under eclipse. Apparently it happens at 6:10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait around in the shade. Now the amount of stuff I've actually brought with me is probably a little bit ridiculous, but I want to get photos of this eclipse as well. I've had to bring a different bag because I struggled getting this tripod and everything up here. But I bought another tripod as well, which will be another story in a few seconds. But I've got my camera, which I'm going to place down here. Fully charged battery. I won't be a second, just give me a minute. And I'm going to set this one up next to that, and I'm going to do a time lapse when it's time to actually do it. Now this will be lower to the ground. This is literally an Insta360 extendable tube like that, and I'm going to be putting my this camera on it to do a time lapse when it's time, and also take photos whilst I'm doing it. So we will be witnessing it together, which I think is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Well, it is for me. I'm nearly 50 years old. I'm never going to see a full eclipse in my lifetime ever again. And there's a lot of other people who'll never see an eclipse again. Let me just set this up. That's turning on. That's on time lapse. And what I'm going to have to do is tilt this back slightly, push that down, make sure it doesn't tip backwards, so I've got the sun actually in the thing. So that's all set up. There you go. Now what I've got to do is, set my camera up. Now my camera's pretty easy to set up. I can't look directly into the sun, obviously. I've also bought my zoom camera, which is kindly given to me by a subscriber to my channel. I'm just going to set this up now. This won't take 2 seconds, and then we just basically stand around and wait. I'm running at 8,000. Yeah, so we're f25, shutter speed 8,000, ISO 100. I'm going to take a test shot. We're going to take a look at that. I'm going to bring down the f-stop slowly until I've got what I want. There we go. So we're at f14. I'm going to bring that down to f11 and take one more shot. Line it up. Never look directly at the sun. Now what I should be able to see when I press the play button, I completely missed it there. That was supposed to have been lined up. Focus. It's something along those lines. I don't know how well you can see it on there, but anyway, you'll see the photos actually in this video. So that's everything set up, and now it's just a waiting game. Now bearing in mind it's 30 odd degrees at the moment, 30, 31 degrees. And this is where I'm standing in this raw heat. I have put suntan cream on, but I didn't bring any sunglasses, and I didn't prepare properly for it because this was a last minute thing that I thought I was going to do earlier on today. So here we are. I'm just blocking out the sun to see if I can spot the moon anywhere, and I can't, which is a good sign. Now, you bet you're wondering why that's a good sign, because if you think about it, the sun will be shining straight off it and you won't see it as well. Normally, if it's over here somewhere, you'll see it because the sun reflects off it, but we'll see what happens. See you in a moment. So I'm hoping this sound quality is a little bit better. As I was saying, yeah, it's 30 odd degrees, and it actually starts apparently at 10 past 6. So 10 past 6, we will see the actual sun going, the moon going over the sun. I'm just going to readjust my camera now to actually sort this out. Let me just clip this on here so that we can watch it together. Move it a little bit. There we go. And that will be the angle that we're going at. I can zoom in some more, I can zoom out some more. Let's go back out. There we go. But again, if you look where we are, it's going to be quite eerie. It's going to be quite an experience. Fingers crossed. I hope it is anyway, because I haven't seen one of these since 1999. Now, back in 1999, where was I? I was staying in a homeless hostel with an ex-missus of mine, and that was the first time she ever decided that it would be an excellent idea to beat me up. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about men being beaten up by women and things like that, and how men don't hit women and all that sort of shit. If you're protecting yourself from a violent person, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. But a man should never just walk up to a woman and hit them for any particular reason. No one should be hitting anybody. But that was the first time she actually hit me. People say, have you got evidence for that? Have I got evidence for that? That's a fucking laugh, that is. This isn't about me anyway. This is about this. This is about this beautiful eclipse that we're going to see, or partial eclipse. Let's enjoy it and let's see what happens. Hold on, there's a car just turned up. There's the other camera set up for the time lapse. Let me just do this. I don't know whether this is working or not. Yeah, it seems to be working. But anyway, yeah, we're all set up and I'm just waiting now to see what happens. So here we go. And as it comes in, when, like I say, as soon as I spot it, I'll start recording. I've got to set the time lapse up. I've set the camera up, and it should be absolutely awesome. See you in a while when the sun disappears behind the moon. So I've literally just brought my my scooter in, just there, just in case, because other cars pull up and stuff like that. It's easy enough to get it through the gate, that's not a problem. And again, what beautiful scenery we've got. I mean, we've got them, the solar panels, we've got the odd bird flying round. I'm hoping that I can get the zoom camera to work, because it's in a different format to what I'm used to. It isn't in MP4. It's in MP. It's in some of the file format that I've never fucking heard of. Now, you'd have thought, with me being a photographer and videographer, excuse me if I'm not in the picture, and videographer, that you'd have thought I'd have heard of it, wouldn't you? Not necessarily. Got to stay hydrated. I'm surprised there's not more people up here, because this is a really good spot. A really good spot, especially for a solar eclipse. And again, over there, let me get in the picture, over there, just behind where I'm pointing, that's where all that shit set on fire. Anyway, I need to save space on here because I haven't got a lot of room on my phone for video. Now, whilst we're waiting, I thought I'd take a photo of my my scooter. Take a picture of it like this. What do you reckon to that then? I'll take a couple on my phone and I'll take a couple with my camera. So I'm going to put this back, and I will include these photos in the edit if I remember. I've got to edit them and everything else. But yeah, I just thought I'd grab a couple of photos of my scooter while I'm up here because I think it's got lovely scenery in the background. So what I'm going to do now is start setting up this time lapse because I don't want to miss it. So let's turn this on. I might pull this a little bit lower. And that looks about perfect to me. Now what I've got to do is leave it running and hopefully that will catch it. So that's now running on time lapse, and you leave it running for anything up to an hour, I think. It's very warm, so I don't know whether it'll work or not, but we've got 5 minutes and this show should be on the road. Now what you can actually do is get a piece of paper and create something called a, what's it called? A pinhole. So you get a piece of paper, prick a hole in it, and then shine it on the floor or on a surface, you know, that's that you can see a light through. And that way you actually get to see the whole thing. Now, just a question. This is going to be the time of day that the sun usually gets onto the solar panels because it's right above it, shining straight down on top of there. I wonder how much money they're going to lose because of the eclipse. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I think. How much money will they lose because there's a partial eclipse of the sun here in Melton and all over the, well, all over this side of the planet. Now, if you wanted to see like the full eclipse, you could have travelled quite a way to somewhere like, is it Greenland or Iceland? One or the other. You could have travelled somewhere else, let's just say, and got it on there. But yeah, I'll come back on as soon as this eclipse starts. So here we are at 6:10, just waiting for this eclipse. Now again, I will show you the time lapse of it, which will be, I guess, a little bit better. It should be happening any minute now. Now I'm not bothered if I'm caught in the time lapse. I'm going to walk into the time lapse now and do a stupid dance. But yeah, it should be happening any minute now. And it's gone very eerie. So yeah, here we are, stood waiting for this eclipse to happen. I'm going to set my camera back up, make sure it's working adequately, and keeping my fingers crossed that it happens very, very soon. Here it comes. I can see it. I can actually see it. Now we'll get a slight breeze. It's actually happening. Now this is something you don't see every day, isn't it? So it's something a little bit different as well. And with the anticipation and things like that, it's quite exciting. Now I don't think my daughter's ever actually seen an eclipse, and she was asking what one was. And well, it's basically where the moon blocks the path of the sun straight to Earth. That's what it is, and it's a rare event. It doesn't happen very often. Like I say, the last one I seen was 1999, and that was I think that was a full eclipse. That was an actual full eclipse. It's only a partial eclipse this time. We've got aeroplanes. Is it safe for aeroplanes to actually be flying in this weather, I do not know. But I'm waiting. Now the full eclipse should last around about a minute and a half. So what I'll do is I'll stop the video because I've got the time lapse anyway. And as soon as I start seeing it coming into some sort of anything interesting, I'll start the video again. So it should be happening any time now. We've just had another couple of people turn up, and I'm surprised more people haven't actually turned up at this spot, because it is a very, very good spot for the actual eclipse itself. I've still got the time lapse running. Now remember, this is above some solar panels which are just over there, and what I'd find interesting to know is this is the optimum time of day for the solar panels to actually be collecting electricity. How much money are they going to lose? How much do you think? So leave a comment on how much money you think will be wasted on electric because the solar panels won't be getting any sun. Now, people have their, let's just say, conspiracy theories with chemtrails and things like that. I don't believe in all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I'm stood right in front of my right in front of my time lapse. But yeah, a couple of other people have turned up. They just popped up here to see it. Again, the ideal spot. How long the actual eclipse will last for, I do not know. Again, the last eclipse was, or the last full eclipse was 1999, I think it was August the 12th or August the 11th. And I remember that one, and that was a full eclipse. So there you go. I'll stop the camera as soon as the eclipse starts properly. I'll start the camera again. I'll continue with the time lapse and include it in this video, and any photos that I take, which I edit, I'll include in this video as well. See you in a moment. So I'm starting the video now. It's just started. The lady has just said this, down in the right hand corner, you can see the moon actually aligning itself with the sun and blocking the sun to the earth. And again, as I said before, with the solar panels being up here, I'm wondering how much money they're going to lose, because there's quite a few solar panels up here. I'm going to stay out of shot because I want you to experience it the same way I did. If you can't get out the house, this is what I've come out to do. I'm going to grab some photos when it's the full eclipse, and I'm going to include them in this video, but I'm going to edit them. Now, I do come up here regularly to walk my dog. This is a very loved dog walking spot for me personally, me and my daughter. We come up here regularly in the summer when it isn't too hot, or late evening, early morning, things like that. You can also, if you're a photographer and you've got a decent enough zoom lens, come up here and take photos of the wildlife. So you've got the kites, you've got all sorts of things going on up here. It's worth taking a visit, even if it's just for a walk around with your family in the summer months. Take some food with you, take a bottle of water with you, stay hydrated. And I'm sorry if I'm talking rubbish, but that's what I do best. I daren't look up. I want to. Lots of aeroplanes come over here as well, don't they? Yeah. Is it East Midlands it's going to?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or Coventry, but I've been a bit sick myself. You know the solar panels, my house is solar panels. What effect does the solar panels have on this?
It doesn't actually have any. What do you mean, on the environment or on?
What would you say about if you've got solar panels, switch it all off?
Yeah, but I don't think it will affect the solar panels. I found it interesting with the sun that's going to be blocked on how much you lose, because that's what creates the electricity, is the sun, isn't it? It converts it to electricity, stores it in like a big battery, and then obviously, yeah. But other than that, the only effect it has on the environment is basically the solar. People say solar panels are green, but what they're actually built with, like lead and things like that, there are harmful things in them, and they don't last as long as what people think they will. But you know, I'm not really up to date on all the environment and everything else. We're going to end up with a lot more solar panels, I know that much. There's some people over there, bless them.
I kind of really knew how it would affect those, Charlotte. Well, no more than a night time.
I think extreme weather can affect them, like extreme cold.
Can it? Right.
Or extreme heat, but other than that, I think they're just glass cells, aren't they?
Yeah.
I had a solar panel calculator once. That were a long time ago. So as soon as I get any effect on this, I'll start the camera.
I might be doing mine, and then you might be able to do an upgrade.
So it's got noticeably cooler, people, a lot cooler. I'm going to go and stand over here, out of the way a little bit, so these guys behind me could see it. As we come into early evening. An absolutely beautiful evening at that. Now you do see the odd aeroplane cross straight across here. I'm not in front of the camera and there's me pointing, but you do see the odd aeroplane come straight across here because East Midlands Airport is just over there. So it's good for, if you've got a long enough lens, it's actually good for plane photography as well. Again, I've set the time lapse going. Just going to grab my camera so I'm ready. I'll start the camera in a few minutes. So here we go, guys. It's actually started. It's a very slow process. I don't know whether I've got enough memory on my phone, but we'll soon find out. I'm going to be grabbing some pictures. It's actually started. I can see it started just out of the corner. Now hopefully you can see it properly actually on the camera. Again, I've got the zoom camera, so I'm going to take a look with the zoom camera now. This can go on my shoulder. It's getting slowly dimmer. So I'm going to be doing short interval clips. Again, I've got the time lapse, so don't worry too much. You're not going to miss any of it. It will be speeded up. It's actually started now. I'm going to try and get as many photos as I actually can of this. I'm hoping the sun moves slightly this way and sort of sits just above where that hill is. Can you see the hill here? So I can get a beautiful photo of that in portrait. So if you can notice a difference from the last video, it's got considerably darker. I haven't adjusted any settings on this camera whatsoever. Now I've been taking the odd click here and there, and I've also done 3 different time lapses. I've just lent one of my cameras to somebody so they can see it properly, the zoom camera so they can zoom in and stuff. But other than that, we're here. There's about 20 people turned up, which isn't a bad turnout. So I'm obviously not the only one that had this idea, if you want to put it like that. I hope this microphone's clear enough for you, but I'm just going to take the odd snap here and there because that sun is lining up absolutely perfectly exactly where I want it for these photos. I'll leave the camera running this time. It's getting considerably darker, as you can see. There's a slight breeze. It's got considerably cooler as well. There's a lovely cool breeze. Now again, like I was saying, some people find this quite a spiritual experience. And sometimes, if you're lucky and you come up here this time of night, about here, just here, you can see the space station, depending on the time of orbit and everything else. Actually, I've got some photos of that somewhere. I'll have to see if I can find them. But it's definitely got considerably cooler. Sorry? Yeah, I'm talking into my microphone. Yeah, it's fine.
You see that in the background? It's shadow.
That's the moon. How come I'm not picking that up my camera?
I did that. Just put my sunglasses on.
Do you know what?
You never know.
That's amazing, that is.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really old phone as well, so...
That's amazing.
You can see it getting darker, can't you?
Yeah, you can feel it as well. It's got considerably cooler, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
So hopefully this lady just took a photo on her phone, and it's quite an old phone, but I'm doing it on my phone at the moment. And you can actually see, like, the, what do they call it? The rim of it. I can't remember what you call it, but anyway. Let's see how the time lapse is actually doing. There we go. I'll start recording once it's come across a lot more. So guys, it's definitely started 100%. So I'm going to leave the camera running now. And at its darkest, I'll grab some photos as we go.
Oh, right, so that's how it's coming in it.
So here we go, guys. This is the eclipse. I'm going to get down low and try and get as many pictures as I possibly can in portrait. F13. Which one's moving? That is. So it's the back one. So you might just be able to see it on the back of the camera now. I'm right in the way of the time lapse. Wow. Just moving this out of the way a little bit. There you go. I can't sort of express just how much cold, well, how much it's cooled down. It's still warm, but there's an eerie feeling. It's like a almost peaceful, like I said before, a peaceful spiritual feeling. So there you go, guys. There's the eclipse. 2026 in August. And it's getting slowly and gradually darker. Now at one point I had my sunglasses on and I didn't realise just how dark it had actually got. The good thing about this camera that I'm using on the back of my phone is I can actually take snaps whilst I'm doing this. Zoom back in. Again, I'll use I'll get the time lapse sorted. So I don't know how well you can hear me. I've got the microphone on. It's gone quite dark. Now we talk about golden hour and sunsets. Well, how about some eclipse photography? This isn't something you see every day. Now I want to get one, but I don't know that I'll be in the way of anyone, of this actual path leading up to the... let's get my composition right. There we go. I'm going to have to step that back a few. Actually, I'll slow down the shutter. That's better. So we're running at 1,400th of a second. It's got considerably darker, as I said. The time lapse is still running.
How far is the distance from the moon and the sun? Just shows how big the sun is.
Now you'll hear me clicking away in the background. Look at that. Probably one of the most beautiful things I'll see in my lifetime. Let me get a nicotine patch. So if I zoom in a little bit and tilt, you may or may not just about be able to see what's actually happening. Can I zoom in any more? Yeah. Again, I've got the time lapse going, and I've got some photos as well. I can hear an aeroplane. Don't know whether you could see me in the picture there or not. I've still got all this to put together. The time lapse is still going, I think. Yeah, the time lapse is still going. I've got plenty of time to run that time lapse through. It's at 4K, 30 frames a second. So again, just for reference, this is not a full eclipse, it's a partial eclipse. Around 95 to 92% of the sun will be completely covered at any one time. And in the distance there, if you can see it, I don't know whether you can or not, but it's shining off the top of the solar panels over there with the woodland in the background. Now I've got some photos. I will be continuing to take photos as we continue through the eclipse itself. The time lapse is still running. Date 2026 August. I don't know what the time is because I'm using my phone at the moment, but I'll mention it in the next clip. Now it's got even colder.
One night. And we've had the passage today. French stickles in you might need to get some crisps as well. That's what we're doing about. Oh, yeah. So you wouldn't. I know it's got some beautiful.
So I don't know whether that's it or not, guys. 1 minute. And as you can see, the sun now coming back brighter and stronger by the minute. That was the eclipse. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. That was very eerie, very strange. And again, I'm not going to get to see another one. I'll edit this video so I can get the best out of it, as well as best I can. I've got plenty of photos. What I'll do is I'll run the time lapse for another 5 minutes. I don't know how many frames I've got to do on here.
Oh, right, well, no, then.
But there you go. Probably the calmest video I've ever actually done. So that was the eclipse. It seems to have just about finished now. I'm going to get back home and edit this footage, put the time-lapse footage together for you so you can actually view exactly what happened through this camera. It looks like it's done a pretty good job. I've got some photos which I'll edit and I'll include those in this video. I hope you like it. I'll try and get the video up if I can tonight. Obviously you're watching this, so you'll be seeing it at a different time scale to me. But this has been Street Switch Photography. If you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Give it a couple more minutes. I'm going to go and get things packed away whilst I'm waiting. I'll continue to record so you can enjoy the scenery and everything else. Thanks for watching. Am I alright to quickly grab my camera? Was it any good? Yeah. Thank you. Cheers for that. Thank you, I appreciate it. The next exciting bit's actually watching the footage back. Yeah, that's about another hour, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
I've got to get home and get some food for...
We could come back with a dog in an hour.
Now it's cooled down. So there you go, guys. See you in the next video. Bye for now.